How to fix Arma 3 crash 0xc0000005 access violation error. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we're diving deep into a pervasive challenge that many PC gamers encounter: persistent technical issues that hinder their experience. While our golden title is generically How to Fix This Technical Issue, we're specifically addressing the common frustrations associated with launching and maintaining stable gameplay in demanding simulations like Arma 3, which frequently manifests as crashes, poor performance, or outright refusal to start. This comprehensive guide will equip you with professional-grade solutions to diagnose and rectify these underlying technical anomalies, ensuring a smoother, more immersive gaming experience. Imagine a high-contrast split-screen composition. On the left, a dark, red-toned scene of utter frustration. A character, eyes wide with exasperation, stares at a modern Windows system error dialog box centered prominently on a dark monitor. The error reads, "Arma 3 has stopped working. Windows is checking for a solution to the problem. Error code 0xc0000005 access violation." The room's lighting casts long, ominous shadows. On the right, a bright, green-toned vista of triumph. The same character, now heroic and satisfied, smiles confidently as Arma 3 runs perfectly on a vibrant, ultra-wide monitor, displaying a serene, sun-drenched landscape. The 4K, hyper-realistic cinematic style, complete with professional lighting, emphasizes the dramatic transition from problem to solution. Let's begin our technical deep dive into resolving these critical issues. Verify game file integrity through Steam. Corrupted or missing game files are a frequent culprit behind crashes and launch failures. Utilize Steam's built-in Verify Integrity of Game Files function to scan your Arma 3 installation, which automatically compares your local files with the official server versions and repairs any discrepancies. This process ensures all essential game assets are present and correctly configured, often resolving issues stemming from incomplete downloads or disk errors. Update your graphics drivers. Outdated or corrupted graphics drivers are a primary cause of performance issues and game instability. Always ensure your NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel graphics drivers are updated to the latest stable version available from the manufacturer's official website, performing a clean installation to remove any residual corrupted driver files. Modern games like Arma 3 rely heavily on optimized driver performance for graphical rendering and system compatibility. Run the game as administrator. Insufficient administrative privileges can prevent Arma 3 from accessing necessary system resources or writing to critical directories, leading to startup failures. Locate the game's executable Arma 3 exe in your installation folder, right-click, select Properties, navigate to the Compatibility tab, and check Run this program as an administrator. This ensures the game has the elevated permissions required for full functionality. Disable in-game overlays and background applications. Third-party overlays from applications like Steam, Discord, NVIDIA GeForce Experience, or OBS can sometimes conflict with Arma 3, causing performance drops or crashes. Temporarily disable all non-essential overlays and close resource-intensive background applications before launching the game. This minimizes potential software conflicts and dedicates more system resources directly to Arma 3. Check and meet system requirements. While seemingly basic, ensuring your hardware meets or exceeds Arma 3 minimum and recommended system requirements is fundamental. Verify your CPU, GPU, RAM, and storage specifications against the game's official guidelines, especially noting the specific demands of a title known for its CPU and RAM intensity. Running the game on underpowered hardware will inevitably lead to performance anomalies or instability. Adjust in-game graphics settings. Overly aggressive graphics settings can overwhelm your system, resulting in severe frame rate drops, stuttering, or crashes. Start by lowering demanding settings such as overall visibility, object detail, anti-aliasing, and post-processing effects within Arma 3 in-game video options. Gradually increase these settings to find a balance between visual fidelity and stable performance tailored to your hardware. Update your Windows operating system. An outdated Windows operating system might lack crucial security patches, performance optimizations, or DirectX updates required by modern games. Regularly check for and install all available Windows updates, as Microsoft frequently releases fixes and enhancements that can directly impact game compatibility and system stability. A fully updated OS provides the best foundational environment for gaming. Ensure BattleEye is properly installed and updated. Arma 3 utilizes BattleEye anti-cheat, which is critical for online play and often integrates deeply with the game's launch process. If BattleEye is corrupted or not properly installed, the game may fail to launch or experience immediate crashes. Navigate to the Arma 3/BattleEye folder in your game directory and run install BattleEye. Bat as an administrator to reinstall or repair the service. Clear Arma 3 configuration and cache files. Corrupted configuration files or accumulated cache data can sometimes introduce persistent issues that resist standard troubleshooting. You can often resolve these by deleting the Arma 3 folder located in your Documents directory, e.g. c /users/your username /documents/Arma 3, and the cache files within the game's installation. Backup any critical custom profiles or mission files before proceeding. Check DirectX and Visual C++ redistributables. Arma 3, like many games, relies on specific versions of DirectX and Visual C++ redistributables for proper execution. Ensure these essential runtime libraries are correctly installed and up to date. You can usually find the installers within the game's installation directory, e.g., Common Redist, or download them directly from Microsoft's official website. Perform a memory RAM integrity check. Faulty RAM modules can lead to unpredictable crashes, blue screens of death (BSODs), and game instability. Utilize Windows Memory Diagnostic Tool, type MDSCED, EXE in the Start menu search to perform a thorough scan of your system's RAM. If errors are detected, identifying and replacing the problematic RAM stick is essential. Monitor CPU and GPU temperatures. Overheating components can cause thermal throttling, leading to severe performance degradation and system shutdowns or crashes. Use monitoring software like HW Monitor or MSI Afterburner to keep an eye on your CPU and GPU temperatures during gameplay. Ensure adequate case airflow and consider cleaning dust from heatsinks to improve cooling efficiency. Disable overclocking. If your CPU, GPU, or RAM is overclocked, it might introduce instability that only manifests under heavy load, such as during gaming. Revert all hardware to stock clock speeds to rule out overclocking as a source of crashes or erratic behavior. Test the game thoroughly at default settings before incrementally reintroducing stable overclocks. Configure firewall and antivirus exclusions. Aggressive firewall or antivirus software can sometimes incorrectly flag Arma 3 executables or BattleEye as malicious, blocking necessary network access or file operations. Add the Arma 3 game folder and its executables Arma 3, exe Arma 3 x64, exe bservice, exe to your security software's exclusion list. This ensures uninterrupted communication and file access. Inspect drive health and free space. A failing hard drive or SSD can cause game files to corrupt, load slowly, or lead to crashes. Use tools like Crystal Disk Info or your drive manufacturer's diagnostic software to check the health status of your storage drive. Additionally, ensure you have ample free space, as a full drive can impede performance and lead to fragmentation issues. Adjust Windows Power Plan settings. Windows Power Plans can sometimes limit CPU performance, especially on laptops or systems set to power saver mode. Navigate to Control Panel Power Options and select the High Performance plan to ensure your CPU operates at its maximum potential during gaming. This prevents unnecessary throttling and ensures consistent processing power. Reinstall Arma 3 entirely. As a last resort, if all other solutions fail, a complete reinstallation of Arma 3 can often resolve deeply entrenched issues. Uninstall the game via Steam, manually delete any remaining game folders, including in Documents, restart your PC, and then redownload and install the game on a clean slate. This eliminates all potential corrupted files and configurations. Check for input device conflicts. Sometimes, obscure input devices, joysticks, or controllers can conflict with Arma 3 input system, causing crashes or unusual behavior. Disconnect all non-essential input devices and try launching the game with just a keyboard and mouse. If the issue is resolved, reconnect devices one by one to identify the culprit. Verify monitor refresh rate and resolution settings. Ensure your monitor's refresh rate and the in-game resolution settings are compatible and stable. A mismatch or an unsupported refresh rate can lead to display issues or even crashes, particularly during full-screen transitions. Check your Windows display settings and Arma 3 video options to confirm consistency. Disable Secure Boot Advanced. For some specific hardware configurations or older game versions running on modern systems, Secure Boot in UEFI/BIOS settings can occasionally interfere with game executables or anti-cheat systems. This is an advanced troubleshooting step, and disabling it should only be done if you understand the security implications and if other solutions have failed. Consult your motherboard manual for instructions. These robust technical solutions cover a broad spectrum of common issues plaguing Arma 3 players. By systematically applying these steps, you significantly increase your chances of identifying and rectifying the root cause of crashes and performance woes. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more in-depth technical guides and solutions.